tricks. Only treats here, Greg, is we've got NBA action on Halloween. Greg, I have seen you sport some very interesting costumes over the... Going with a whole new group here. And then for Philadelphia, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Pass to Williams. Hands it from downtown. And the Wizards lead by 7. And this team, Greg, drafting MP, hoping he can grow into the leader here. It might take some time, but he should, I think, find his way.
And those intangibles were a big reason to draft MP. We'll keep an eye on him as he develops and steps into a leadership role for the team.
And the dunk by MB.
Energy points from MB. Takes up lots of space at 7 feet 280 and just dominates the boards on both ends.
Outside Williams. From past the arc, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Williams against Maxey. And the rejection by Gafford.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Kispert with the bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Maxey against Williams. Here's Melton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Tries again. And off the glass. That one's good.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Passes it to Kispert. Hachimura with it. Guarded by Tucker. Williams looking over the floor. From deep. And they recover it. Gafford. And he finishes nicely on the way.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Maxey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Something that the Wizards struggled with last year, Brent, was a lack of consistency.
Constantly shifting the rosters and starting lineups. Obviously a new coach, so tactically some different things being deployed. You got to find a dependable foundation, and training camp in the early part of the season for this team, really, really important.
He misses the free throw. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Kispert, no good. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. trailing by 10. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Well, they were obviously the superior team a year ago, but a lot can change from one season to the next in the NBA. Let's see how this game plays out before we make any rush to judgment as to how they'll fare against each other this year.
1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Now the pass to Tucker. Back to Maxey. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Maxey's got 6 points. Washington leading now by 10. Morris passes to Williams. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Bulls. Here's Maxey. No good on the shot. Nice D from Williams. With how well MP has been playing lately, it's a little surprising, Greg, that more fans haven't gotten behind him.
Yeah, I mean, he's given them what they want, unless what they wanted was Shep on. Then it'll take a lot of great nights for MP to satisfy those fans. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that away.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he hasn't been able to get it going at the free throw line yet.
First free throw is good. Maxey hits them both.
And he's starting to round back into shape after what's been a pretty off night from the line.
Martin dishes to Morris. Here's Milton. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Washington out in front, up 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
DC family, your Wizards.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, front court is Thibault and Harris. D'Anthony Melton out there with Harden. And Harrell's in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Pass to Thibault. Harden outside. Here's the floater. Porzingis with the block.
And Porzingis showing some of those signs from early on in his career. He was a great shot blocker.
Pass to Kuzma. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker, looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
And Kuzma, one of those forwards that can kind of go between. Plays the 4 or the small forward. And that's impressive versatility from this young player.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Harris kicks to Melton. Here's Harden. Rebound by Williams. Wizards leading by 15. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Did it feel like Porzingis knew there was a defender there? Man, he just brushed him off.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Barton in the corner for the 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
Will Barton catches the ball. Great job of squaring up. And the defense better be aware of him there.
Passes to Thibault. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Williams. Porzingis with the block. And here's Avdia. He's got 5. Outside Williams. Fires from deep. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
There's the pass to Harris. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
That's good from Harris.
And the Wizards, one of these teams that's still in search of an identity. They've got a lot of skilled players, but it's really hard to say right now what this team is all about.
Beal's checked in for the Wizards. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Harris drops them both.
I feel like Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of smaller defenders.
Avdia, the pass to Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 19 points. A factor in Washington's lack of identity has to be, Brent, their frequent roster changes.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. There's been a revolving door there, and the front office makes a lot of moves. They're just trying to capture something, trying to get their star player healthy, and they're trying to regroup and see if something clicks.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Washington shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Williams.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And both free throws good for Williams. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And there's no question that Porzingis is still a very effective player in this NBA.
Yeah, and I guess, Kevin, the thing we're still looking for is the consistency in the health. We know how talented he is offensively and how he can stretch out defenses with his ability to shoot the ball, but something's got to change in terms of how consistent we get KP on the floor for the entirety of a season.
The free throw off from Porzingis.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
Thibault finds Embiid. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And the foul called on Thunder. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Wizards making a switch here. Kispert's checked in.
Corey Kispert.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Pass to Melton. To the left side wing. The 17-footer. That one doesn't drop. Now Washington takes it the other way. And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
Porzingis with the block.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Williams. Launches a three, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Thibault. Porzingis with the block, and they'll keep possession. Embiid's shot is good.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Outside Williams. From downtown. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Yeah, and he made 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and he just continued to pour them on here in the second.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
The first one falls.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Melton. And Embiid drops them both.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Harden against Williams. Down low. Here's Avdia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Well, back in 2017, Denny played professionally in his home country, representing Israeli basketball. He was a stud.
The Wizards have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
For 2.
That free throw, no good. And for Avdia, he managed Brent to rack up 3 consecutive Israeli League championships.
Yeah, he really was the go-to guy, and he became the youngest MVP in league history at the tender age of 19. So doing all of that before entering the 2020 draft had a lot.
So it's Washington with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this.
The 76ers, 46.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Running. He's checked in for DeLon Wright. Harris against Kuzma. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Harris. And stolen by Kuzma. Deal with it. Maxey covering. Now here's Avdia. He has 5. Outside Williams. They could use a bucket. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it. Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
Bradley Beal, 5th personal foul.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for the 76ers, Tobias Harris, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Morris is checked in for the Wizards. DeAnthony Melton. He's checked in for the 76ers. And the second free throw, good. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
6 on the shot clock. Morris inside. He's guarded by Melton. Morris with the bucket.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Thibault. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
This is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Outside Williams. In the corner, it's Morris. 11 feet away, and the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Harden finds Embiid. Back to Harden. Kuzma against Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Shoots it, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now Williams. He's got 32. Inside, Kuzma. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Now Kuzma's body control exemplary on that play. Sets a solid pick and then spins out into the open space.
Pass to Embiid. No good there. Nice D from Porzingis.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
He kicks it to Williams. Lets the 3 fly, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And there's the pass to Harris. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Melton. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Substitution.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Harrell, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Outside Williams. Back to Morris. Kuzma finds Williams. Pass to Avdia. Just 3 to shoot. For 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And they might be down big, but you'd love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Outside Williams. All alone. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Melton. Excellent D there from Williams.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
This one for 3. Rebound by Harrell. The 76ers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. Here's Thibault. And there's the call on Matisse Thibault. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Wizards making a switch here. Barton is checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Tucker's checked in. changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Tobias Harris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Maxey subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. One on Kispert. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble. And he drinks, they say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
And the 76ers making a change here. Bassey's checked in. George Niang comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Korkmaz checked in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Washington.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Williams.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Shake Milton is out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Bassey in at the 4 slot. Milton's shot is good.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. So it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.